Welcome to People. I'm Shirley Lin. Today I'm really honored to have as my guest in the studio is our Interior Minister Lee Hong-yuan. And he's also the former Minister of the Public Construction Commission, as well as the former Commissioner of the Water Resources Department of the Taiwan Provincial Government, and a former Deputy Mayor of Taipei County, which doesn't exist anymore with the new municipalities. But anyway, let's welcome our Interior Minister, Minister Lee.
Hi, Shirley. Nice to talk to you and talk to our audience.
Yes. Thank you so much for making time to be here. And I think we all know you. I mean, you say you're not a politician, but we all know you as a politician.
Yes.
And you're still a professor of civil engineering at the National Taiwan University.
Yes.
Now, we don't know you as a person. We want to know you more about your life and about your family and about the background that you grew up in. So, where were you born? Where are you from in Taiwan?
Okay, I was born in Taisan, in Taipei County, in the middle 50s. Mm-hmm. So we all know that actually at that time the economic condition in Taiwan is not very good.
Right.
And I was born in a farmer's family.
All right.
So I spent my childhood in the farmland.
Yes.
So I know all the activity of all the farming activity. So this is my childhood. And then I received all the regular education in Taiwan, and later I graduated and then went to the United States for my master and PhD study, and then I worked 2 years in Tucson, the United States.
Yes.
Then come back 1986 to NTU, then has been a professor since then.
Oh,
it's been
wow.
26 years already.
Yes, and you were enjoying it just as much as from the very beginning. Teaching.
Of course. I still very enjoying. I now have 2 full-time jobs, one as a minister and one as a professor, but only one salary.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I was just going to say, how can the government let you have 2 jobs?
No, that's my obligation. Because the deal is the government borrow me from NTU. But NTU say, yes, you can live on absence, but you have to teach your own course. You still have to guide your own graduate students. That's why I have 2 full-time jobs.
So no wonder you grew up in a farm. So that's why you know so much about water resources and eventually hydraulic engineering. Because I wondered why you know so well. You know Taiwan upside down. You know how Taiwan is geographically and geologically probably. Why such interest? Is it really because of your background, of your upbringing?
If you know our education system is, after you graduate from high school, you want to enter the university, you have to pass a so-called entrance exam.
Yes.
And at that time, my record, my grade, I happen to have to be assigned to this department, this hydraulic engineering department. And then I know nothing about hydraulic engineering. And then gradually I gain some interest and then go to the top hydraulic program in the United States. I have I would say, very good training.
Yeah.
And then after 86, I went back to Taiwan. I spent a lot of time in the field. And also I'm lucky enough, I have a privilege to work for Taiwan provincial government. So I can access to all the hydraulic programs in Taiwan. And also, I'm a visiting professor of 5 universities in China and from the Netherlands. So I also know Europe very well, and I know China so well. All the 3 gorgeous dams, so-called Nanshui北调, all those huge programs. So I not only I know Taiwan very well, actually I know Europe, especially the Dutch part, and also the China, all very well. Because I have a privilege to have all those opportunities.
Oh, I see. So, do you find yourself lucky to have been put into the, the hydraulic engineering department? I mean, studying up on water resources. Because eventually I think you probably discovered that you really enjoy this field. Is that right?
Yes, I think you get a job, you have to enjoy, you have to like it. Otherwise, it will be very terrible.
Yeah.
And also the hydraulic problem, I will say that is the major crisis of human being, not only in Taiwan.
Okay.
So, because we are facing so-called global climate change.
Yes.
So in Taiwan, we realized that in the past we saw extreme weather condition. In Typhoon Morak, happened 3 years ago.
Yes.
That event, the rainfall event, 3,000 millimeters in 3 days, that's 2,000-year event. It only happened every 2,000 years, but it's happening in Taiwan. So extreme weather conditions become normal. So that's a major dilemma Taiwan is facing. I think it's all over the world we are facing. You never realize that Australia get flooded, then Thailand get flooded for 3 months, and also in mainland China, everywhere. I think the hydraulic engineer, all the government agencies, we are facing the same crisis.
I see. So you weren't like totally shocked about all these global conditions and typhoons and catastrophe that's been going on around the world, because you realize that it's all normal.
It's become a normal situation. I'm not shocked, but we have to be ready, be well prepared for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Taiwan, the land itself right now?
The land itself, of course, is a very small island. It's a very crowded island. And 2/3 of the island are high mountains, very high mountains. And also, since, as I mentioned, that our rainfall situation is much heavier than the rest of the world. So we have a very severe flood problem. We have a so-called debris flow problem. And also, we are a country short of water. We have so many water, but per capita, I mean the water we can use per person is less than Saudi Arabia.
Yes, this is totally ironic. And
yes, it's very ironic.
We as citizens, we can't understand why Taiwan, as an island surrounded by water, it can face water shortage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also face like serious flooding problems.
Yes.
And I don't know.
You can understand.
No, I can understand.
Because our river is 100 times steeper than most of the river in the continental area. So every single drop of water released from Simen Reservoir, in 6 hours, it will reach Taiwan Strait.
Okay.
So that means we have so many rainfall, and yet we cannot keep them. And we have 50 small or large reservoirs that can only catch about 2 billion tons of water.
Which is
actually,
not
it's not enough. Actually, we need at least 10 billion tons of water annually. So we have to perform very carefully. Otherwise, we will be short of water. So the situation in Taiwan is flood or drought, nothing in between. So somehow we have to play very smart.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Once I watched you give a speech, and you were very eloquent in your speech, and you were talking about the Taiwan's land situation, water situation.
Yeah.
You were going on with stats and everything. You did not stutter at all. It's amazing how acknowledged you are about Taiwan's situation.
Yeah.
What suggestion do you have for Taiwan to resolve this water problem? Now that you're Interior Minister, you can actually administer these policies. Is there anything you're trying to do right now that's hopefully going to help Taiwan?
Yeah, there are 100 things, 100 policies I want to do.
Really, 100?
But how much I can do.
Yes.
And also the water business belongs to Ministry of Economic Affairs. It's not even my jurisdiction.
Okay.
So actually, as a Minister of Interior, what can I do? I try to solve the urban drainage problem, because in the river belongs to Ministry of Economic Affairs. It's my jurisdiction, although I used to be the commissioner.
Yes.
So I know that very well. And also in our urban planning, in the past, urban planning are done by urban planners. they do not necessarily have a very good hydraulic background. So using my expertise, so I try to change the regulation of urban planning. They have to take water issue into the consideration. So I will change the regulation. Hopefully the city will become more beautiful because we have to have more green lands. We have to preserve water in the site, in the developing site. So hopefully we can save money. The city become beautiful. Then still we can manage to have a good urban planning. And also wastewater treatment is my jurisdiction.
Okay.
So we actually, for example, the concentrated water treatment plant in Bali area, we release 1.2 million tons of water every day.
Yes.
So meanwhile, we are short of water in one hand. In other hand, we release 1.2 million tons of water daily. So my policy is we have to recycle.
Oh, okay.
Just like Singapore. So I'm not just promoting. I try to actually just yesterday I talked to the Director General of Water Resource Agency that our ministry can cooperate with Ministry of Economic Affairs. How can we recycle our water? And so that we are actually Taiwan. Although I just mentioned that we are short of water, but if we try, we can manage just like Singapore. We can recycle our water. I don't think we are short of water.
Right.
And also 80% of the water usage is in agriculture. And actually the using efficiency is not very high. I would say that just like a seepage rate in our irrigation canal is about 40%.
That's
40%,
very high.
Yes, but that belongs to another ministry. There's not much I can do. But I'm lucky enough that those ministers are my good friends. So I told them that, okay, my ministry, your ministry, we can somehow come to cooperation, through integration. Yes, I think we can manage to solve our water shortage problem.
All right.
And also flood problem.
Oh, I see.
So integration and coherence and governance actually is something I'm promoting.
Oh, I see. And I'm sure you're also promoting sustainability.
Yes.
It's such a big topic worldwide. You can't avoid talking about this. I believe you have 2 children?
I have 4 children.
Excuse me, you have 4? I have 3. You're one over me.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're both doing our part in raising the Taiwan's birth rate.
Fulfill the duty of a good citizen.
That's right, that's right. Now, I suppose that you're being so acknowledged about the situation, with the climate change, about how we should be loving the environment and saving the environment. I'm sure you're teaching this down to your children. So what things are you trying to, keep up in your family at home in terms of we need to love the earth, but what specifically are you doing?
At home?
Yes.
Okay. My children, they
or
are...
at work too.
Okay. My children, they are, I won't say old. The oldest one, she is 31.
Okay.
She is her major. She got a PhD from architect engineering.
Yes.
She will become a professor of Tsinghua University in Beijing.
All right.
And my second.
She's not married yet, is she?
No, she's not married yet.
All right.
And my second daughter and the third daughter, they are in the United States, and they are going to PhD program. One hopefully in law school, and another one will be her major will be public health.
Wow.
And my son is also in the United States, and he's going to get his PhD degree in environmental studies and geography. So all my family, we are working on sustainable related issues.
I was just saying.
So we not just daily life. We observe the concept of sustainability. We also make our profession, devote our profession into sustainable development.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So you're safe. You know, you're already
safe.
teaching what we should be learning and doing at home. Because I think trying to teach the whole, well, let's just say the whole Taiwan, to be aware about saving energy and things like that is a big task. And
Actually,
it's not
yes.
easy.
Just
lesson.
like nowadays, with the topic, the hottest issue will be we are going to increase our oil price and the
Yes.
electricity bill, and
Yes.
how we are going to deal with that. Actually, it's a dilemma.
It is.
And a big challenge.
And we're going to talk about that, but and also as well as other policies that the ministry, the Interior Ministry, is implementing. But let's take a break here before we come back.
Okay.